Parlays, player props, and predictions for Week 8 in the NFL this weekend. Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot, and we were going to get after it this weekend, but what the hell was that? Yeah, you know what day it is. It's October 31st as Week 8 is going down. Happy Halloween to all of you guys out there celebrating. If you don't know what Halloween is, well, just Google it. We'll have some fun graphics throughout the video. It's going to be a spooky themed one. Promise the rest of them aren't normally like this, but today I'm dressed up as a Jets fan. I got my I Am Dead Inside shirt on. Let me get my hat on real quick. Yeah, we're going to get this show on the road because that's basically how I feel. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We're almost at 12,000 subscribers. We appreciate all you guys' love and support. Click that like button too down below and comment your favorite play. Last note, Week 8 full best bets video with some more player props, some more spread and over-under picks is all linked in the description down below and in the comments. I will pin it. Let's start with the moneyline parlay. It's plus 113, but allow me to explain because there's not a ton of value. We got Bills, Rams, Bengals, and then the 49ers, all money lines. Now, the Bills, Rams, and Bengals, well, they're all double-digit favorites this weekend. And here's this my stat for you. I've shared it before. There have been 23 7.5 or more point favorite teams this year. All 23 have won outright. That means you're either favored by 7.5, 8.5, 9.5, all the way up, however many halves you want to go. All 23 have won. And all three of those teams are all double-digit favorites. The Bills taking on the Dolphins, Rams taking on the Houston Texans, and the Bengals taking on the New York Jets. I'll take all those three teams to win outright. The last leg is the 49ers, and honestly, if you're a Bears fan, I can lend you my shirt if you want because the Bears have not looked good. They got absolutely destroyed last weekend by the Bucs, and their offensive line is an absolute mess. They're not blocking, and now they're missing Khalil Mack too. So I'll take the 49ers plus the other three teams plus 113. A little bit of plus money. I'll take it and I'll ride with it. Let's go look at some player props now. The anytime TD parlay will be at the end. Alvin Kamara, over 44.5 receiving yards, minus 115 on FanDuel. Now, finally, the Saints realized last week and the week before their bye that they had Kamara, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield. Arguably his best strength as a player. The Saints were using Alvin Kamara like it was Derrick Henry. Like it was giving him 25 carries a game and saying, all right, well, that's all we're going to use you for. Now, the last two games, they flipped the script. And the week before the bye, he had 51 receiving yards in week 5. Then they went on the bye, and then he had 128 receiving yards last week against the Seahawks. They finally let him do it, and it's Halloween, and there are a few things scarier than the Bucs rushing defense. The Saints, currently, they got to know. You don't beat this Bucs team by running the ball. They'll need to utilize Kamara out of the backfield. And the Bucs are known for giving up a lot of receptions and receiving yards to running backs out of the backfield this season. Kamara, in his career, he's played against this Bucs team 8 times. He's hit the over in 5 of them, including 2 of his last 3. I'll take my chances and ride with it. Moving on to another player prop, Carson Wentz, over 37.5 yards for his longest completion, which is minus 115 at DraftKings. So shout out to my friend Monotone Football. If you don't follow him on Twitter, you definitely should. He's been on an absolute heater so far this season, and he brought this one to my attention, so make sure you go follow him and follow us too. We're at Call on Our Shot. We're almost at 4,000 followers over there. But Wentz, he's been on a tear this season, and whether or not their wins and losses, they're actually winning some games now. But he's hit this over in longest reception or longest completion in 4 straight games, in 4 of 5 on the season, and he's actually had a 50-yard or longer reception or completion in each of the last 3 weeks. Now his deep ball, it's been looking pretty good. That's what got him a lot of praise coming into the draft, and it's what he's known for. He's known for throwing it deep. He's known for taking chances, and Michael Pittman Jr. and potentially T.Y. Hilton might be active today. Both those guys are good deep ball receivers, and I like both of them. I think they both can go deep, and you look at it, Wentz loves taking deep shots down the field, probably will attempt 5 to 7 throws pretty far down the field. The Titans defense, not one I'm scared of. It's Halloween, but I ain't scared of that defense, and I think they can be picked on. That secondary is not too good. Granted, they made Patrick Mahomes, they spooked him last week, a week early, but Patrick Mahomes and that offense has been really struggling for the Chiefs. The Colts are kind of finding a groove, and they're at home. I'll take it. Over 37.5 longest reception or completion. Now another QB prop, Matthew Stafford. I'm taking this under 35.5 passing attempts, minus 110 on BetMGM. Now Stafford, he's in the MVP conversation, and he really deserves it. He's thrown 19 touchdowns, 4 interceptions so far this year. Today, he gets to take on the Texans, the defense, who does not scare anyone. And they're taking on the teams leading Davis Mills. That's probably the scariest part of this team, is they're starting Davis Mills and his long neck. Now, Davis Mills, I give him credit. He has played better at home, but it's still, you're facing the Rams team. You look at the Rams, they're 15, 16-point favorites against this Texans team. And I think if you look at this, the the Rams can easily control this game. Now for this prop alone, Stafford has actually hit this over in 4 of 7 games so far this season, and the 4 times he hit it over were against the Cardinals, they trailed the whole game, against the Bucks, like we said, a very good rush defense, and then the Seahawks and Lions, who both quietly were in those 2 games. Now the real reason we're taking this under though is because of how bad this Texans team is. Like I said, the Rams are 16, 15, 16-point favorites, over 2 touchdown favorites against this team, so you'd expect them to get up early and just be running the ball. I don't see the Texans running the Lions shenanigans that they were doing last week with onside kicks, fake punts, all of this out the wazoo. Now you look at it, only one quarterback this season has hit this over against the Texans team. That was Trevor Lawrence in week 1, the only Texans victory so far. He was down 2 to 3 touchdowns the whole game, and he was just chucking because that's all they could do. They weren't going to run the football. The rest of the QBs here, their number of attempts, Kyler Murray, 28. Carson Wentz, 20. Mac Jones, 30. Josh Allen, 30. Sam Darnold, 34. Baker Mayfield, 21. The other 6 quarterbacks, besides Trevor Lawrence, since week 1, have all gone under. And so I'll take Matthew Stafford under here. Sharper books have this line at like minus 155. So if you can get it at minus 110, minus 120, I'd like the value there. And we'll take it. Matthew Stafford under 35.5 passing attempts. And I expect that. And let's move on. Last player prop of the video, Michael Carter. I'm taking this over 21.5. receiving yards, minus 114 on Barstool Sportsbook. Now, the New York Jets, we don't have a lot to really boast up for. We don't have a lot to get going. Not a lot to wake up and say, I'm excited to watch some New York Jets football, but Michael Carter, the rookie running back, has looked decent, especially last week. Now, this week, they have Mike White starting at quarterback as Zach Wilson. He's out. He's out with an injury. And Mike White, he wants to dump the ball off. He's not like Zach Wilson, who wants to hold it in the pocket and get smushed by a defensive lineman. Nope, Mike White says, he hikes and he says, nope, I'm done with it. Now you look at it, 1 running back has hit this over versus the Bengals in 3 straight games and 6 over the whole season. And you'd figure the Jets, who are 11.5-point underdogs, probably climbing day by day, will be down pretty much the majority of this game and will have to throw the football a lot more than they will be running it. Michael Carter last week saw 8 receptions for 67 yards, played 72% of the snaps, 20% more than he had ever played in his NFL career so far. It's clear they want to get the ball to him in space and let him do his thing, because that's what he did. Made people miss his whole season at UNC last year in college. I'll take the over in receiving yards here. I think he gets it done. Now, spooky parlay time, anytime touchdown scores. We're starting with the king. King Henry, this parlay is plus 437. King Henry, if you're looking for a good costume, look no further. Dress up as the king, and he's been better than he's ever started his NFL season, better than he ever has in his career. And if if the Titans get the ball on the 1-yard line, you best believe Mr. King Henry is getting the rock. And if he wants to throw another touchdown, so be it. There's nothing we can do about that. But he has not gone back-to-back games this season without a touchdown. He did not score one last week, technically, for this bet, as he threw the touchdown instead of running it in. I think he scores it. He scored a touchdown in 3 of his past 5 games versus Indianapolis. I think he gets it done. Next one, Leonard Fournette, next leg. Playoff Lenny, regular season Lenny, whatever Lenny you want to call him. He's been an absolute beast on the field recently. He has scored a touchdown in 3 straight games. He's playing over 60% of the snaps. The Saints likely would try to stop the pass. So you know what, we'll put Lattimore on Mike Evans, try to stop Chris Godwin, beg them to run the ball. And I think you look at playoff Lenny, Mr. Lenny, Leonard Fournette, he should be able to get it done. He's been on an absolute tear, and he should be able to find pay dirt this weekend, whether it's through the air or running the ball. You know, Tom Brady loves to dump it off to him, and maybe he gets in the end zone via a receiving touchdown. We'll take it, Leonard Fournette. Second leg. The third leg, Darrell Henderson Jr. Now, he doesn't have a nickname like the other 2, and that's unfortunate. Maybe we have to create one for him. Let me know in the comments below. This Texans defense is bad. They're surrendering rushing touchdowns like there's no tomorrow, and they're handing out rushing yards like it's candy on Halloween. Henderson do a large workload again today, and I think he gets it done. He has not scored. I don't think he scored last weekend, but he's been pretty consistent at scoring. The Texans are giving up, like I said, rushing touchdowns like it's candy on Halloween. All 3 plus 437. Let's ride it out. NFL Week 8 best bets. Boom, on the screen. Good luck this weekend. It's Halloween. Enjoy it. Stay safe, everyone. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.